I just wanted to first thank everyone that's here. Obviously, first and foremost, his teammates and friends and players, current players, alumni that are here. Also important, our building administration, Mr. Mastrota, our assistant principal, Ms. Griffo up there taking photos, one of our assistant principals, Dr. Wool, our superintendent of schools, one of our board members, Dino Puccio, is here. That says a lot right there. A lot of signings go on and just say the AD and the coach, and that's really it. But obviously when a Haines signs something, there's going to be a lot of people that come out, not only family but friends. And, this is an example of the village that it takes for a young man to take a step to college. So obviously Dylan Haines, his name is synonymous with Harrison. You probably have heard his father at some of the games. But, his family has poured so much love and support into him, and he is everything we would ever want. He's a student, he's an athlete, he's a leader within the community. I was talking to Jay before, and I might be stealing some of his speech, but you hear the words generational player in the NFL or major leagues, and Dylan is a generational kid. There's not many kids out there that have not only the raw talent that he has, but the work ethic, the ability to make his teammates better, his ability to bring kids into a program. He is a kid that has transcended our program, and it's not necessarily all about his natural skill. It's what he does off the field. Going to youth clinics, right? Having private conversations with kids, talking to the community. He is exactly what we want as a student athlete. And Coach will probably get into this, and I know Dylan's pretty open about it, but Dylan, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th-ish grade, had trouble staying on the field. He was injured a lot. He took a personal responsibility and started owning his actions and his habits. He changed his whole way of life, and he became a dominant football player. And Coach will go into some stats and some accomplishments he had, but a lightning bolt or a bulb went off in his brain that said, I need to make personal changes if I want to hit my goal. And I know during Nick Reed's signing, we talked about some of the things that they sacrificed, and they sacrificed a lot, and that was over COVID. He didn't use it as an excuse, he used it as an opportunity. And I think one of the strong messages that we can highlight is taking situations or the bad and making them into opportunities. And Dylan made it into one of the biggest opportunities he's had. There's not another kid out there that I would, that I support more and love having as a player, and we're going to miss him tremendously. Not only on the field, but in the classroom and in the hallways. And one quick story is Dylan, I don't know if you remember this, right before the season, called me. I was laying in bed, called me at 11:30-ish. I know it's pretty sad I'm in bed at 11:30, but frantic, absolutely frantic. I thought he had hurt his knee or something went wrong, and he was getting worked up about the season. He was worried that there weren't going to be enough kids that came out. He was hearing some negativity. He went into everything that was wrong. And then I said, you got to focus on what you can control. He took those words and ran with them. And we ended up having a dominant season. We beat that little team called Rye, and we went on to the semifinals, and a huge part was Dylan owning his actions and becoming from a young man to what I would say is a man now. And I'm so proud, and the progress I've seen over the years has made me proud as a AD. So I appreciate what you've done for us, and you probably don't know at this moment how much you mean to us. So I want you to take this in. It's an awesome experience, but also thank the people that are sitting next to you, in front of you, and be thankful for that group that supported you. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up Coach Sirocco, who will have some more football-oriented, I think, stats.
Yeah, when you're an offensive lineman, there's not a ton of stats that you can really talk about. But obviously, an all-section player, an all-state player, League Lineman of the Year. I mean, that stuff doesn't come easy, right? It doesn't come natural. The work ethic, I mean, that Mr. Galano talked about, that Dylan portrays, is unlike anything else. I mean, Dylan is the ultimate Harrison Husky. I think everyone has heard this story, and if you haven't heard this story, the text message of when he texted me to say, Coach, I'm committing to a school, and he goes, Coach, I'm committing to Harrison. And he goes, oh, my bad, I mean Fordham. So that just kind of goes to show that, Harrison's in his blood, Harrison's in his heart. I can't thank you and the Haines family enough for everything you've done for this entire community and continue to do for this community. It just kind of goes to show the respect that I think all of you have. I just watched almost every single, student from the stands come down and give you all a hug and a kiss and say hello. So, the respect that they have for you guys, it kind of just goes to show what type of leadership and qualities that Dylan holds. We're proud of you. We're going to miss you. There's 1,000 other things that I could say. I feel like I've been talking about you for the last 8 months. I'll continue to do it again Friday night at our Hall of Fame dinner. A golden dozen, nominee. Just tremendous things for Dylan. We're really going to miss him. So Dylan, when I think of you, I'm going to think of our fishing trip that you single-handedly put together, and I think brought our team together and really kick-started our season. I'm still not going to touch the fish, but thank you for doing that, and we wish you the best of luck at Fordham, pal.
You have to open that up. He's got some sweaty palms. We'll do that. You can get stage spelled it wrong. Good job. So he's officially Fordham Rams. Say a few words?
First off, I want to thank my family for all the unwavering support they've had and for believing in me throughout the years. Also, my coaches and Coach Fish and Coach Miska for all the training that they provided for me and also not giving up on me. And I think that when I was thinking about what I was going to say, I was thinking about when I was younger in elementary school, a lot of kids would talk about if you want to go play college sports, that you would have to go to a school like Iona Prep or Stevenack or Brunswick and to a private school to get the exposure that you needed. And for me, I knew that wasn't going to be an option, being fourth generation graduate from Harrison and it being in my blood. But I always wanted to go play college sports, whether it be Division I or Division III, through Harrison. And I kind of lost sight of that a little bit when things got tough throughout middle school. But as I grew older and gained some wisdom and dealt with those experiences, I think that I learned a lot from them, and I think that those are moments that you need to embrace rather than run from, because they teach you a lot about yourself. And I'm very grateful that I had the opportunity to reach my goal to be a Division I athlete through Harrison, and I think that other families and younger generations should understand that if they want to make it happen, Harrison has all they need. And that is clear through my teammates who are also, a lot of them are also going to play college sports. Luke Burton, who's up next, going to Northwestern, and these are big accomplishments that are more than available here at Harrison. So I think that everyone should recognize that, and as long as you work as hard as you can and be consistent, anything's possible. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
You guys can afterwards take as many pictures.
Great job.